Before I get started with the story, I have to give a huge shout out to Robin Felix because she has been feeding me updates about this particular story all day. And I told her that once you find out an identity of the person, you let me know, then I will go ahead and make a commentary on it because I want to make sure I have everything correct before I jump the gun with this. But in case y'all did not know, and many of you probably didn't, but by the time this video gets uploaded, y'all will already know. There was another mass shooting today, but this time it happened in a location called Clinton, Mississippi. And Robin was giving me the rundown, and she was saying, I hope it wasn't a black person. And I was wondering what made her say that. She said because of the demographic of that area is a heavily black populated area in Mississippi. And shocked to my surprise, it wasn't even a black person. It was an Asian man. And his name is Nam Le. I want to say it's Lay and not Lee because his last name is spelled L-E and not L-E-E. And according to the article, it says 4 hostages killed during a Mississippi standoff, shooting suspect also dead. I didn't really get a chance to look over the article or any of the information because it was coming in rapidly, but I'm going to go ahead and read the article now. It says the scene is now secure in Clinton after a 12 hours domestic hostage situation took place Saturday. Police confirmed that 4 people were killed during the standoff. Shots were fired throughout the morning and the afternoon. The male suspect, 34-year-old Nam Le, was taken into custody after being restrained by an MHP SWAT team. Le would later die at a local hospital due to injuries sustained during the standoff. So wait a minute. They actually took him into custody after he was pretty much shot and damn near dead, and they still took him in. How about that? I'm sorry, I read that part already. Children were rescued from the homes hours before the situation came to a close. The incident started around 2:30 a.m. Saturday morning. Clinton PIO Mark Jones described the scene as a highly active domestic hostage situation, which occurred in the neighborhood of Huntcliffe. FBI, SWAT, and Clinton Police Department were on the scene. And that was pretty much the latest article that was sent to me. And as you can see, it was pretty short. But yeah. So this is very rare that you have an Asian mass shooting or an Asian person leading the mass shooting. The last time that I saw an Asian be the head of a mass shooting or the subject of one was back in 2007 at Virginia Tech. Many of y'all, or all of you, should remember that one. I remember that one vividly. That happened the year I graduated high school, and I want to say it was around the time when I was getting ready to graduate. I think I was probably a month out from graduating. I want to say it happened in April or somewhere around that time. And they said this guy went on a major shooting rampage. He went from classroom to classroom, just letting off rounds while people were in the classrooms during, class periods, just setting off rounds like nothing. They said it was like a war zone. It was crazy because it was only one guy doing that. But this was the only picture that they found or pulled up of him, and they said they retrieved it from his Facebook account. Looking at this picture, I couldn't tell if this is an older picture of him. It almost looked like a prom picture. I don't know. The guy's 34 years of age. Sorry, I had to abruptly cut that off right quick. But Robin Felix actually sent me another email, not an email, but a link that actually has the names of all the victims. And according to this list, if I mess the names up, it's because all the names are of Asian people. So this looks like it was an Asian on Asian crime. It says Sharon Grisham Stewart, the coroner, identified the victims as Lan Thi Mai Van, age 30, Lay Thi Mai Van, age 28, Cho Thi Van, age 65, and Fung Min Lay, who was about 28 years of age, and of course Nam Le, who was the shooter. So based on these names, it sounds like this was a family, because it's 3 people here with the last name Van, and it's 2 with the last name Lay. I wonder, they probably all knew each other. That 65-year-old one being the oldest, he was probably or they were probably like a mother or a grandmother or something like that based on the age. I'm not sure, father, whatever. I can't really tell just on the name alone unless I saw a picture. And let's see if there's anything else in here that I missed. It says all 4 of the hostages were shot multiple times. 2 children were rescued unharmed. And of course, you know, the shooter is also deceased. So there you have it. More information. Now that's a rarity in itself. Rarely have you ever where you see an Asian individual be the one who is the mass shooter, nor will you ever see it where it's an Asian committing a crime against multiple Asian people in that particular setting. Usually to be another race of a person against them, like the one I did about the white guy in New York who attacked those Asian people at that establishment with that hammer because he was mad at how Asian men treated their women. But to the people who claim that Asians don't go after their own like the way black people do, here you have an example of a guy that not only did he kill these people, but he held them hostage before he did, and most likely knew who they were. Based on the names, they probably all knew each other. They probably were all family members. I'm not even sure. They could and could not be. Now we don't really know the motive as to why he did what he did, but it is what it is. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments, and I will talk to you in the next one.